What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy D, aka New Jersey's finest, representing Jersey City. I haven't been on in a while. You know how it is. You have a job or jobs, and you try to do stuff on the side at your leisure, and you don't get around to it because you're so busy. But today I was able to get some things out the way, so I figured I'd try to put in 3 videos. This is going to be a video on wearable tech, and the 2 following will be likely on footwear and maybe some apparel. As you can see by the picture, this is on the Gear S3 Frontier. I got the Gear when it released, the official release date, which was the day before my birthday, ironically enough, November 18th. So I had to get this watch. I was a big fan of the first Gear smartwatch, and then I went and got the Gear S, which you can see right here, which was a watch I really liked. I mean, I liked everything about the shape. See my Deadpool wallpaper I put on here, that was a custom. The shape, as you can see, it fits your wrist really well with the little arch. It really fits secure on the wrist, and it was an overall very good watch. I had this watch when I was on the Sprint network, which I've left since then, but it was a really good watch. It was the Wi-Fi standalone also. So when I left, I was able to use this with T-Mobile, but I just wasn't able to use it as a standalone because, as it was explained to me, being that I didn't get the watch initially with T-Mobile, I was told that it can't have a phone number added to it to be able to use. But I used it Bluetooth, which was more than fine. I had no problems with that. The case, the wrapper on this was, I'm sorry, not the wrapper, but the band on this was pretty sturdy. I never had really real issues with the watch falling out, which I was kind of nervous about. The IR scan and everything on the back, everything worked really well. Only thing you could know it wasn't the difference was there was no rotating bezel where you could do stuff. So basically you had to do everything, with your fingers. If you swipe this way, swipe that way, stuff of that nature. But the watch really did well. The battery life wasn't as good. But it wasn't bad. I can only think of a couple of times where, after work, if I went out and I hung out, the watch would be practically almost deleted by the end of the night. And I would have the little charger that you could bring with you, which was, sorry about that, was this charger. And you can put it on the phone, and if you extended the band, you can wear it while it was charging. My charger, it still works, but the little piece that catches onto the watch to make it secure, that piece broke. So I would have to do the hood way of doing it by taking a rubber band, wrapping the band out around the actual watch. Once I would take it out of the band, and then wrap it around that, plug it into the USB and let it charge. It still works. As you can see, it worked because I still have it and it's still on. But that watch was really good. I actually had a couple of people ask me if I was going to sell this watch, being that I got the new one, but no, I'll keep it. God forbid I have to, do something with this watch, send it back for repair or whatever the case may be. I will still use this watch, as my secondary. But without further ado, let's get on to this one here. By now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Gear S3. And let me just start off by saying I really, really love this watch. I know it looks kind of blurry. I guess there's nothing really I could do about that, but this watch, let me just put my code in, unlock it. I don't have it on my wrist, and I have the password activated. So if it comes off your wrist and somebody gets the phone, the watch, if you have it set up like this, they're not going to be able to do nothing. You can't turn it off. You can't reboot. You can't do this. You can't do that. You're basically screwed. But look at this. With the bezel, this works really well. I really like this phone. And the battery life, I'll get a little over 2 days so far without a charge. in this mode. If I put this in power mode, it says you get up to 6 days. Now I can say for this watch, the Gear S, I used to use it in power mode and it lasted really long. When I'm driving, I would have it synced up, of course, Bluetooth. But what I was able to do is I was able to change my music, say while I'm driving, by going right to my wrist and going over. But the only problem was you can't use that ability on power save. So while I'm driving, if I wanted to change my music, I'm tapping my wrist to bring up the screen and it would drain fairly fast. This one, however, I don't have that problem. I've probably never even gotten this phone. As far as I can remember, I've never seen it go under 50%, let alone 69 or something like that. And I mean, that's with multiple usage, speaking on the phone while I'm driving, using it for music, toggling through some of the things on here, doing the voice text messaging, stuff of that nature. That's what I would use. I would say most of my battery length would come from. But this phone or watch, wearable tech, whatever way you want to call it, this one was really great. I gotta do this every time now because I didn't disable it. Wrong password. All right, let's see. There we go. And I like the way you could change the faces. Just a little squeeze like that and you're off to the races. Of course, you can add your own. And some of them you can actually customize. Like I have a couple. I did one where I took a wallpaper from Zedge. Shout out to Zedge. They have some really great stuff on that app too. I love that app also. But like this one I bought, I think it was like $1 something. I'm sorry you can't really see it. It's so blurry. But this is the Division Tom Clancy face. And then like you could do so much with it. You got your Fallout screen face, and I think that was Fallout. Let me see. Fallout is, just to give you a quick, you have Movado. Check that out, Movado face, which really looks cool. I know it looks blue here, but it's actually black. And while I'm on it, I wanted to ask for some suggestions. What's the best type of camera I should get to continue doing my Uber videos? I want to get more into it. I have a few subscribers, which I appreciate. I don't take any of them for granted. Oh, there we go. That's the Pip-Boy from Fallout. But I wanted to ask, what camera do you think I should consider purchasing? I seen a video with one of the GoPros, I think it was the Hero, was suggested. Give me some suggestions on camera I should use. I was going to wait, and I initially wanted to wait and get the Note 7 because I used to do a couple of my videos on the Note 3 and they worked fine, but I was going to get the Note 7, but with them recalling it and having to wait for the 8, I don't know if I should just wait or if I should just get a camera or something to use. Give me a suggestions. I always read them, and I appreciate it, and I'll respond if you have any questions. This is the one with the Jordan sneakers. I really wish you could see it better than this. This is kind of upsetting, but it's a bunch of different Jordan shoes for a wallpaper. But what else can I tell you about this phone? If you don't have this watch, if you consider getting this watch, they have, a lot of people say there's 2 variants. You have the Classic and the Frontier, but there's actually 3. There's the Frontier, which you all know is the all black finished, military grade, heat and hot and cold elements, put it like that. Tested. It's tested element wise and supposed to be able to operate under extreme conditions. Then you have the Classic, which has the nice polished look. I actually wish they would have had an option to have the Frontier like that too. That would have been something I would have thought about, but that's okay. But the third variant of this watch is the Frontier, but it's Bluetooth. It doesn't have the LTE feature. So if you're out there and you weren't aware and you were looking at the Frontier, but you're like, I don't want the LTE version, I'd rather have a Bluetooth, there is a Frontier version of this watch that's also just Bluetooth and doesn't have LTE. Okay. The watch band, very durable. I have no complaints. They even give you an additional one that's a little bit smaller, just the one end. It's not both ends. It's the one, I believe it's, it might be, I think this end, one of the ends. We have it right here, so we might as well just take a look. Let's take a look, see which one it is. What kind of video would this be if I didn't go into it, right? So, there it is. It's actually the other end that they give you, a smaller version of it. So if you have a smaller wrist, it's a smaller version, which you can basically see it is smaller. Line it up. It's more narrow than the other one. And you can see it's smaller. Look at the length. Look at the length right there. You can see the gap in the length. So they give you this. So of course they give you the instructions and all that. But this watch really, it's a great watch. You will love this watch if you get it tomorrow for Christmas, or if you're looking to get it up in the near future. You will not be disappointed with this watch. The watch doesn't feel heavy, or at least to me it doesn't. I'm heavy-handed, but this watch is not. It has a little bit of weight to it, but it's not weight that's going to hold you down or distract you. Unless I mean, if you're really frail, it'll look bigger on your wrist than it would mine. But the watch, it just works so great. I mean, battery life, like I said, is, in my opinion, great. And my charger is actually in my bedroom, but it has wireless charging. You just turn it on either side, and it'll magnetically connect. And then if the power's on, you'll actually see the ring, the green ring, which, you know, is your battery level, and then it'll put the number in the middle. But if you have the phone on while you're charging, it'll tell you how long the charging duration is before it's full. It's a little small. It's not a big charge at all. It's impressively small, and it charges your phone up, watch up, and you're good to go. If you don't use it a lot, like if you look at it, turn your wrist to look at to see what time it is, and maybe you want to use it for your music or whatever like that, this phone will get you through a day easily, maybe 2 days easily. Like I said, I've used it while driving. I'll go to my music, switch the music song, or rewind if I want to hear a song. I'll talk over the watch while I'm driving, a couple of phone calls, and I'm back to doing what I'm doing, whether I'm at work or whatever the case is. And this watch has not drained significantly at all. So if you have any thoughts of, the battery life, you know, it might not be as good as they say they are, I want to try this or I want to try that, I'm just not sure, I will co-sign this. And let me state this: I don't get any type of anything from representing any items, any shoes, anything on my channel. This is stuff I purchased because I believe in it, and I just want to share the information on. If there's people out there that's, you know, skeptical about certain items, you know, I will tell you my personal opinions or what I see wrong with it or why I may not like it. But trust me, there's nobody slapping me a little bit of cash on the side saying if I talk about this or I'll talk about that, you know, they'll break me off a little something. That's not happening. Nah, negative. This is just a great device. So tomorrow, if you open up your Christmas presents and you have it, turn it on. If you already have it, write a review. Let me know what you like or what you love or what you dislike about the watch. If you get it tomorrow and you see this video, whether it be tomorrow or in the future, and you know you have some gripes, or if you just really like the watch as much as I do, leave a remark, leave a review in the comment section. I'll definitely hit you back up and tell you, like, if I've noticed something from this point on that I didn't notice as of today when I did this video, I'll put it up there and, you know, we could chat about it. But the watch, like I said, it came out November 18th. I've been using it nonstop since. I've actually walked and brushed up against the wall, you know, like knocking it against the wall, and I'm like, my watch, and I'm looking to see if there's like any scrapes or scratches, and nothing. I've actually done it more times than I want to think I did, but the watch This watch is really, really, really nice. And the other thing I like is you see the little silver tabs here and there, right there. You just like kind of push in and you push it in one direction. I think it's to the left, and the bands actually come off, and you can switch your bands to like any other band that you may purchase, which I'm looking forward to also doing too, because I do like the black, but I might want to put something like a black, if they have a black stainless steel to go with this, or like a nice leather, Italian type of leather type of band. I'm going to get all different ones because I'm a sneakerhead too, so I like to kind of, match my stuff up. So I'm going to look and see what they have. Like if they have something for like a black, like the Space Jam, like a purplish, something like that, I may look into that or whatever. I'm going to, definitely look at some other things, and I'll post them and see what you guys like. Or if you have something that you did with your watch, let me know. Let me take a look and go online and see what you have. And maybe if it's something I like, I'll also add it to my watch too. But this was just a quick / late review because I should have done it back in November, but I just been so busy. Review of the Gear S3 smartwatch. And hope you liked the video. I'm going to do some more in the future on this watch and other devices. Like I said, I'm going to try to do 2 more right after this on footwear. But yeah, this watch is bad. Not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. Hope you enjoy it. Cop it if you can. Save up that money. Go get you one. You have a good night and enjoy your holidays. Everybody be safe this Christmas holiday and New Year's. God bless. Till next time.